Good morning, first grade. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, and today is Earth Day. So, in honor of Earth Day, I will link a story that I read every year on Earth Day called The Lorax. You've probably heard it before, maybe seen the movie. It's just a suggestion. If you want to listen to that today, that's great. If not, you don't have to. Another story that I'm going to link in your dojo message today is a Dr. Seuss book about maps, because in social studies today on pages 5 and 6 you're going to be reading about maps and models. So you're going to definitely want to sit down with an adult, a parent in your household, to read pages 5 and 6 with you. Your jumpstart activity is to tell someone why you think maps are important. How do you think they help us? And then for your wrap up, you're going to draw a map of your town. Okay, you can use this map model here for inspiration. And then you're going to go ahead on to your writing prompt. So remember, Ms. Hodges said yesterday that you can pick one of these 20 prompts. You need to pick at least 10 for the rest of your learning at home. And each prompt needs to have 5 sentences. So I definitely would suggest that you're writing every day, just so you can stay up to date with your writing and make sure that you don't forget any of the writing that we talked about in first grade. But make sure that you're writing at least 5 sentences for whatever prompt that you choose. We're going to have a Zoom meeting today at 10 o'clock, so you can tell me which prompt that you picked to write about. We could talk about that. We have a lot to talk about on our Zoom meeting today. For your Foundations activity, you're going to be sorting real words with alien words. We've done this before. So basically, you're going to be tapping the words at the bottom, and you're going to decide if it is a word that you can use in a sentence or if it's a silly word that does not have any meaning. Okay, and when you're finished, if you want something extra to do, you can use one of these words in a sentence on the back and draw a picture, but you do not have to do that. For your math activity today, for measurement, you're going to be using cubes. As you can see here, we provided cutout cubes for you guys to use since we're not in the classroom and you don't have cubes readily available. So just make sure that you're measuring the cubes from the beginning line to the ending line, okay? And just try to use your best judgment with the cubes at home. They might not line up exactly, but they should be pretty accurate. Okay, so you're going to do all of this work, and again, you're going to bring this to your Zoom meeting today. I want to see how you guys have been doing with this, if you've had any challenges. I know a lot of parents have messaged me about the color problems. That was a little bit tricky because some of the questions were impossible to answer because it was asking you about colors, and this is all printed in black and white. But that's okay. Thank you guys for just trying your best and making do with what we have. Okay, so for your story, The Big Trip, we can also talk about this on our Zoom meeting, what you guys are thinking of it so far, what you think the characters are about. And this week for our skill, we're thinking about comparing and contrasting. So we're going to be looking at how the characters in the story are alike and how they're different. So as you reread the story today, think about that. Think about how they're similar and think about how they're different. When you're finished with reading your story, you're going to be drawing a line from the pictures to match the word. These words all end with NG or NK, and these are blends. So this goes good with our foundations. And finally, page 15, you're going to be writing sight words to finish the sentences, the sight word that makes the most sense. Okay, so I will see you guys at 10 a.m. to answer any questions and to talk more about the work that you've done so far. Thank you guys so much for listening to your parents and trying your best at home. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a happy Earth Day.